Hello, hello, welcome back to Suzanne Moves. Today I've got a core workout for us. It's going to be focused on the whole lateral side of the body. So we're going to be working into the adductor muscles, the outer thigh. We're going to get into the outer glute muscles, the gluteus medius, and then some of those side oblique muscles, as well as some shoulder strength and stabilization. So I hope you are ready to move with me. All we need is a mat today and no other props. So we're gonna start off in a side lying position. So I'm just gonna stretch out here on my mat, and my goal here is to find neutral spine. And neutral spine just means our spine is fairly straight as if we were standing up, but we'll be laying on our side. So I don't want a saggy spot here on my lower abdominals. I want to try to lengthen out my torso, so stretch my lowest rib away from my hip bone on both sides. And I'm going to bend the lower leg so that it gives me a little bit more stability. Now for the upper body, I could support my head here, or I could go ahead and lengthen the arm out and rest down. If you would like a little pillow or a head prop, that's super a-okay with me. So we're gonna start off with the top leg reaching long. I've got my kneecap pointed forward towards you, and I'm going to slide the leg forward with a flexed foot. I'm gonna point and pull the leg back. So flex, heel forward, point, pull back. I'm automatically feeling a big hamstring stretch as I bring that strong, straight heel forward and then pull back. So nice, long, straight leg. It's like the leg is reaching. And the other thing you might notice is that my leg is about parallel to the floor. So ideally not a sagging leg, but lots of energy shooting out from the hip joint right on down to your big toe. Good, so active through the core here. Exhale forward, inhale, pull back. Good, it's gonna be a pulse, pulse, pull. Sniff, sniff, exhale. Feel free to go at your own pace. And this is our last one here. Awesome, good. So now what we're gonna do is a lift and a lower. I'm keeping my kneecap forward. So just a little raise. You're gonna feel that in the outer glute and probably in the obliques here. If you wanna put your fingertip here and just notice the tightening of those muscles as your leg goes up. Very good. Exhaling for the lift. Excellent. Pressing up. Good work, good work. Yes, and adjust your head as needed so that you're comfortable and your spine feels neutral. Good, so I've got a long reaching toe, a long straight leg, reaching long. And right now I'm gonna keep it up there and find some little tiny pulses. So I'm trying to stabilize through my core, not rock around. I'm holding the abdominals engaged as I pulse. Good, and now I'm gonna bring the knee down for a little tap and press. So a knee dive and a reach up on a bit of a diagonal. A little bit higher than parallel to the floor. And we are feeling the booty burn right about now, yes? Bend and press, and bend and press. Last 3, let's go. 2 and 1, bring that leg down, rest it in for just a second. We're gonna go ahead and reach the leg out one more time. We're going into some circles here, so I'm gonna lift the leg forward, up and around and down. So while I'm doing this, I'm trying to stabilize through my torso. My fingertips out in front here are a nice little kickstand to hold me into place. We are feeling the obliques, but maybe even more, it's gonna be the outer thigh and those glute muscles, yes. Last 3, woo! 2 and 1, awesome work. Knee into chest, kick it out forward, sweep it around. This is the bicycle. So we're trying to make a big sweeping reach through that whole leg. And then at the back side, heel to glute, knee forward, reach and pull through again. Big breaths help to assist our movement. So add in some of those big breaths. Last couple sweeps through here. You are doing fantastic. Yes. And one more. Awesome work. Bring that leg down. So from bent knees, we are going to come out to straight legs. So now we've got an even straighter line. I've got open hips and belly engaged. And what I'm going to do now is a banana lift. So I'm just going to lift the legs and release down. The legs are lifting together. So now we have a little bit of that lower leg, inner thigh support. Our top leg is feeling fatigued. Yes, it is. Again, those legs are reaching super duper long, and my kickstand here in front is helping me to balance. I ideally have hips stacked and shoulders stacked. So I don't really want a shoulder forward or a hip back, just nice and stacked. Good, and now we can add on a little more work. We're gonna go ahead and lift through the upper body here. I still have my arm pressing down into the floor. So this is one level up. And then if we want even more, we're gonna go ahead and try to lift that arm off of the floor as well. It does make an advanced move even more advanced. Good, so you can add the arm or keep it out. Totally up to you. Lifting just the torso, even with the arm down, does add on an additional level to the oblique squeeze. Feeling it. Good. Last 3. Exhale up 2. And one more here. Yes. Fantastic work. We're going to turn over belly down. I'm going to stack the palms of my hands here. Let my forehead rest and shoot energy out my legs. I'm just gonna cross at the ankles here. I've got turnout with my knees, and my legs are not hovered up, but from the knees down, I have a little bit of space to move. So just a nice crossing at the heels. Try to melt the shoulders nice and low here. Lift the tummy up. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Awesome, excellent work. So what we're gonna do is just transition to moving through the other side. Bring yourself down to side lying. Other side. We have bent knees. And we're gonna stretch the top leg out really nice and long here. I'm gonna flex the foot and kick forward. As my heel comes forward, my hip tries to stay back. I don't want to roll forward with this. Keep the hip back, point and pull away. Flex, kick, point, pull back. Good, so hamstring stretch as we bring the leg forward. And again, just checking in on that leg to make sure it is about parallel with the floor. I have my kickstand right here in front to help me balance. And I'm trying not to rock through my torso. I'm trying to keep myself very stable and balanced by using my core muscles, turning on the core. Good, and then we advance this move to a kick, kick, pull. It's an inhale, inhale, exhale. Excellent work. So that top leg is going to lift and lower. We're keeping the kneecap forward as we exhale the leg up. Again, just checking in on those sides, making sure that we're not sagging into the mat here on our lower side. Exhale up. Great work. Make sure your belly button is pulling in towards your spine. Hold the leg up for some mini pulses here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee dive, tap the floor, press out and up on a diagonal. Let's try to keep the kneecap pointing forward rather than rotating out to the side. Good. Tap and reach. And tap and exhale to fully extend the leg. Lengthen. Excellent work. We've got 3 more here. 2, 1. Bring it down for just a quick second. We're about ready for circles. So we're going to kick the leg forward, up and around. Here we really need to work on stabilizing by activating our core. I inhale the leg forward, I exhale for the circle back. I definitely feel a quiver in my leg and in my core, which just is a sign that we are working hard. I hope you're feeling a little quiver as well. Forward, circle, around. Fantastic work. Hang in there, guys. You're doing great. Lift and circle. Good. This circle could be as big or as small as you want to make it. Small is still good. We want to make sure we're stabilizing the core, whatever size our circle is. Good, that leg comes in, and we're going to go into a bicycle. So knee forward, kick the toe out, circle it all the way back, heel to glute, knee forward, reach. So it's a big sweeping motion. We're looking for the biggest range of motion we can find here, all the while holding stable through our core. That's the challenge. Keep breathing. Breath is a huge assist when it comes to moving effectively and efficiently, so don't miss out on the benefits of breath here. Leg trying to stay parallel to the floor, not getting droopy. Excellent work. Last 3. Reach it out. 2. Last 1. Fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and stretch those legs too long. Go ahead and look down. Make sure your hips are nice and open here. Belly button pulling towards spine. We do need our kickstand. We're ready for banana lifts. Exhaling up to kind of create that banana shape. So you could have the head resting down for the first few just to get the feel of activating those side obliques. The work is a little bit more lower body right here. And then we can advance it and start to add just a little bit of lift through the torso as well. Exhale, hover. Great work. If we want to advance it a little bit more, we can raise up through the arm. Yes. So I want to give you a little trick here. I'm pressing through the palm of my hand to find a little more lift in my arm. Last one. And release. Fantastic. So we're going to turn belly down and just slide ourselves back to a really nice child's pose stretch. I'm bringing my knees about as wide as the mat and letting my forehead come all the way down to the floor. A couple of big cleansing breaths. Let's breathe into the back side of the ribs. And then lifting on up. So we have a couple more exercises, and these are a little more creative, a little more challenging, a little more advanced. So the position to start our first move is going to be seated with maybe your left hip heavy and then your right leg lifted. Our ankles are close together, and they're going to stay close together throughout this move. I've got my arm further away than my shoulder, so about a foot, maybe a foot and a half away. I am going to Go ahead and raise my hips up for a seated twist. So we start off seated. We're gonna go ahead and raise up, sweep the arm under, back towards your feet. So I've got my heels lifted, but the balls of my feet are both down here. I'm gonna just reverse that, sweep on through, come back to seated. We're gonna try a couple more of those. We can get a little bit fancier, but let's practice this for a couple times. Fresh breath. As we exhale, we raise on up, sweep the arm through, hollow out the belly. So that supporting arm is doing lots of good work here. Our heels could be raised a bit, and then we're gonna sweep right back through, come back to our starting position. And we have at least one more of these to do. I'll go ahead and show an advancement where one of my legs kicks out. So fresh breath. Let's exhale to press up and sweep through. And it's going to feel natural to lift the lower leg here and sweep on through and have a seat. Let's do one more just for fun. And it's going to be your lower leg that's going to sweep back behind you. Exhale, rotate, lift, and reach that leg up. Fantastic work, lovely. Okay, our next exercise is a side plank where we can get a little bit fancy with this too. So I'm gonna show the kneeling version. So I'm gonna have my lower knee down, my top leg straight. Again, the hips are open in the front. We're not bent. We are pulled out nice and straight here for a plank. So I'm gonna go ahead and raise my hips up. And from here, I'm gonna do a little hip dip and a press. And lower and lift. Good, we can hover that arm up or it can just rest on your side. This should feel like a decent amount of work. We're definitely getting into those lower obliques here. Try to keep those shoulders nice and open, heart forward. We don't want to be crunched over here. We want to be open forward with the chest. Good, and the advancement here is going to be 2 straight legs. Lower lift. We have that elbow right under our shoulder. Whoa, nice work. Last one. Can we hold up here for a second? Take the top arm, sweep it overhead into the hip. Holding those hips up, finding a nice sweep. You could have a knee down here, and that would also be excellent work. Last 3. Beautiful. 2. Hang in there, we got this. Last one. Bring yourself down. Lovely, lovely work. For the side bend mermaid, we're gonna have both of our legs straight and we will have a straight arm plank here. And we're going to lift and lower. So this is basically what we were doing before, but it is advanced because we are working with lots of shoulder strength and stability here. We won't do many. This is our last 2. This is our last 1, and bring yourself down. Let's grab our kneecap and stretch up and over in opposition to the way we were working. Whew. Fantastic work. I am feeling it. All right, we're ready to swing our legs around for the other side. So we're gonna start off with our seated twist. So my lower leg is resting down on the floor. My top hip is going to have that leg bent and the ankles are quite close together here. My arm is just a little bit further away from under my shoulder. It's at about 18 inches. I'm gonna get a fresh inhale. And then I'm gonna exhale, my hips raise up and I'm gonna reach the arm through. Good, so my ankles should still feel like they're sort of crossed, heels are raised and belly is hollowed. We're gonna sweep ourselves back down and have a seat. So let's work on a couple more like this. Fresh breath. Exhale, hips rise, belly hollows, reach long away. Good, and you can imagine the lighter foot being the leg that we're gonna raise up the next time we go through this. Having a seat. Good, fresh breath. Go ahead and exhale those hips up, reach on through, and if you've got a free leg, raise it on up. Beautiful work. Sweep yourself back down, and let's do one more. We'll try to make this really strong and graceful. Fresh breath. Exhale to raise those hips up, reach on through. Can we hover a leg up? Yes, awesome work. Bring yourself back down. Fabulous. Yeah, even if we have come across little glitches like I just did, we keep moving. We are about progress over perfection. So thank you for giving me a little grace there. All right, so our next move, we're gonna be in that forearm plank, and we're gonna reach those legs nice and long. Lower leg is going to bend back. I still have nice open hips and engaged tummy, pulling belly button to spine. I'm gonna get a fresh breath, and I am going to raise those hips up, finding a side plank here. Find a comfortable place. My shoulder is right above my elbow here, and I'm gonna go ahead and lower the hips and exhale to lift. And we just want to make sure that the chest stays really nice and open, heart forward, tummy muscles working to lift that lower hip up. We're really feeling the obliques on the lower side. That arm could hover. Pressing up. Beautiful. Last 3. Lift it up 2. And 1. If we want a little more work, we can add the 2 legs straight. Lower lift. Lower lift. And then we're going to hold ourselves in the lift. We sweep the arm overhead. You could always have a knee down for this. That would work super fine. Last 3. Good. 2. Lots of shoulder stability. I'm feeling it. Last 1. And rest on down. Fantastic. We've got one more move to make it through before we can say finished. This one is our side bend mermaid. And here's where we come out to a straight arm and straight legs, and my shoulder is right above my wrist. I'm gonna do a big sweep and a drop, and a lift and a lower. So I'm trying to create an arc shape through my rib cage and my torso. Good, just 2 more. These challenging exercises, we don't do a bunch, we just do a few. Yes, and bringing yourself down. Awesome work. Let's grab that kneecap, arm up and over to open up that side that we've just been working on. Big cleansing breath. And release. Thank you so much for joining me for this lateral strengthening workout. I hope it worked out well for you. Practice this a few times, you will get stronger. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed today's workout, would you please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Suzanne Moves. I would love to make you aware of future workouts. Until next time, take care and be well.